Commentary on Construction Funny, when the construction site becomes a comedy stage, Part 1/N. Opening remarks, laughter amidst the dust and concrete. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our special segment, Construction Funny, laughter amidst the dust and concrete. I am your commentator, and today, we will journey across construction sites around the world, places with caution. Unseriousness are the rules, but sometimes unexpected, silly, and incredibly humorous situations occur, turning diligent construction workers into unusual comedic actors. We are not talking about dangerous accidents, but rather moments of minor technical blunders, adorable misunderstandings, or unique, one-of-a-kind solutions that make the audience burst into laughter. Construction is hard work. Even under the strict machine. Let's see how our heroes created in humor, not the Segment 1, a lesson in gravity.
I tell you what, I'm so sick of this game. I mean, God, go in the hole. It just makes no sense.
Small sidewalk or house foundation. Aha. Welcome to our first scene, a classic situation that I'd like to name the gravity challenge of the wheel. You see, in the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a construction worker with a distinctive yellow. He is standing on a wooden platform, likely to reach the right height for pouring the concrete. He looks very confident.
Tecnologia! Accedena!
The moment of destiny. He exerts force to push the barrel forward. But forgets one crucial, absolutely crucial detail. The wheelbarrow's handbrake does not influence. The wheelbarrow, already heavy with material, receives an extra push from the worker. And what must happen, happens. It starts moving, forward, faster than expected. Look at this. The worker's face shifts from intense concentration to an expression of utter pain in a mere second. He tries to hold it back, but momentum has won. The notable thing is, since he's standing on a narrow wooden platform, as the barrow dashes off, he is forced to follow it, awkwardly. Visual. The worker is trying to hold the barrow while stumbling down into some mud or a small puddle. A spectacular fall, but not of concrete. Our worker concludes the situation with a non-scripted landing, half his body pitches forward, and the wheelbarrow, as if it has fulfilled its mission, also tips over and spills almost all the concrete onto the ground, but not in the spot. Needed to be cooled. The concrete splatters him, but most importantly, he's okay. He immediately jumps up, staring intently at the wheelbarrow as if it were a culpable crime.
Oh my God!
With a look of bewilderment mixed with slight annoyance. And look at the reaction of his colleague. Another worker standing nearby, instead of rushing to help, has covered his mouth, chuckling. That's the construction site spirit. Prioritize filming/laughing first, helping second, of course, when they know for sure their colleague is not in danger. A lesson here, when working ahead. Remember that gravity is a harsh critic, and a wheelbarrow is an unreliable companion when you are distracted. This is a gently humorous scene, demonstrating the same. In construction, sometimes haste leads to the haste to clean up. I have completed the translation of the provided text. Would you like me to continue translating the subsequent segments? Load in the previous conversation. Commentary on Construction Funny, when the construction site becomes a comedy stage, Part 2/N. Segment 2, testing the durability of the ladder, or the test. Attunement. Visual shifts to an area where windows are being installed or a canopy is being repaired. There are two workers and a long aluminum ladder. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. We move on to the next scene, a situation I call trust placed in the wrong spot. This is a performance of the lack of basic physics calculation combined with a touch of overconfidence. You see, there are two workers here. Worker A, climbing up, and Worker B, supposedly holding the ladder. This aluminum ladder looks a bit shorter than necessary to reach the repair point. But Worker A decides, just climb, and we'll figure it out later. Worker A starts climbing with a look of utmost professionalism. He reaches the last rung, and realizes, he is still half a meter away from the canopy. Visual, Worker A begins to tiptoe, leaning forward to reach the conclusion. And then, the biggest mistake of the day is made. Instead of asking Worker B to bring a longer ladder or use a platform, Worker A decides to stretch out his hand, bringing it in. Folks, look down. Where is Worker B? Worker B, the one tasked with holding the ladder.
You just gotta fucking.
He is holding the ladder with one lazy big toe, or perhaps not holding it at all. Truly the spirit of digital multitasking.
Heb je hem, ja?
Slow motion transition. As Worker A shifts his weight to one side to reach alternative, the unsecured ladder begins to slide slightly away from the wall. Visual. The ladder slides sideways. Worker A is left dangling, his face showing clear terror and anger. Worker A instantly becomes a pendulum clock immediately. His face at this moment is the perfect image of complete panic, helplessness, and a silent face reserved. Hearing the ladder's screech, Worker B starts, looks up, and sees his teammate dangling like a hanging basket. He frantically throws his phone and rushes over, but it's too late. The ladder has completely slid horizontally and crashes down. Fortunately, Worker A managed to hold onto the roof edge just in time, and lands relatively safely onto a pile of sand or grass. After dusting himself off, the next scene is Worker A looking at Worker B with the glare of, I will never trust you again. Worker B can only scratch his head, give an awkward laugh, and mumble something like, I thought the ladder had automatic anti-slip feet. The lesson from this situation, construction work is not the place to test friendships with absolute trust. And if you are the ladder holder, please, hold the ladder. This is a humorous warning about the importance of supervision and adherence to basics. Safety, in a very dramatic way. Total word count, approximate 850 cumulative from part 1. Segment 3, with self-driving excavator and the endless spin. Visual shifts to a big technique. Level. A mid-sized excavator is operating. And now, let's move to a scene full of action and surprise. I call it the excavator's fateful spin. At the center of the screen is an excavator, performing earth-leveling work. The excavator operator, a guy who looks like he's been working all day, is showing signs of fatigue or distraction. You see, he's trying to swing the boom and bucket to dump soil at a certain point. While swinging, he seems to have accidentally nudged one of the control levers. And then, the magic happens. The excavator, instead of stopping, starts spinning. Automatically. But not a gentle spin, it's spinning at a pretty, fast velocity. The operator's face is unmissable. It's a mix of absolute surprise and a little bit of fear, but above all, the realization that he's creating a scene for the ages. He desperately tries to grab the controls, but the excavator just spins.
Сейчас все увидят, что такое дверь в двусторонней двери.
Левую? Да, левую руку надо полностью.
History, Part 2. Welcome back.
I lost it.
If the previous segments explored the confrontation between humans and basic physics, this part will delve into rules and Let's follow these amateur masters as they continue to create absurdly humorous situations. Segment 25, Plane Hooks and Wheeling Passage, Impromptu Flight. We begin with a dynamic scene, which I call the Crane Hook's Unwilling Passenger. This situation involves transporting a bundle of steel or large material high up using a crane. Worker A, responsible for rigging the material, has completed his job. He is on the ground. signaling the crane operator to begin the lift. After the material has risen about 2 meters, he suddenly remembers an extremely critical detail he forgot, perhaps a final clamp to secure the load. Or a safety line. Instead of signaling to stop, in a moment of haste and overconfidence, he decides to run after it again, grasping the crane or a section of the rising material along the way. And just like that, he becomes the crane's unwitting stowaway. He is lifted off the ground, dangling in midair. His face instantly transforms into a mixed expression of immediate regret and courage. He attempts to shout to alert the operator, but the noise of the job site swallows his voice. The crane operator, completely unaware of the swinging passenger, continues lifting the material to the 5th or 6th floor. The sight of him clinging on, legs kicking into the floor, passing floor after floor, makes everyone below understand the finally, the trolley high up notices and signals for the lift to stop. He is pulled to safety, but then has to face a torrent of non-stop laughter and long, unpleasant reprimand from the manager. In construction, a moment of laziness can earn you a free but very unpleasant flight. The crane hook is for hoisting material, not for personal transportation. Segment 26, the cement water bubble. The hydraulic disaster of the powder bag. Moving on to the next segment, I call it the cement water bubble. This is an example of a solid object meeting a liquid object and creating an unexpected effect. A worker is carrying 2 bags of cement on his shoulder, walking wearily through a muddy area. Due to the overnight rain, a large, opaque pool of water, deeper than it looks, blocks the path. He steps carefully, but his second step trips over a submerged root or rock under the mud. He stumbles, and one of the 2 cement bags slips off his shoulder and falls straight into the center of the puddle. The cement bag, made of thick but not completely waterproof immediately begins to absorb water. The hilarious thing that happens is that the water absorption rate at the bottom is much faster than the disintegration rate. The cement bag rapidly swells, forming a giant gray, rectangular, water bubble before it can fully dissolve. The worker can only stand and watch. Mouth agape, completely helpless. Just a few seconds later, the bubble bursts, releasing a cloud of liquid cement mixture that sprays onto his clothes and all over the surface. Commentary. When cement unexpectedly meets water, it doesn't just dissolve. It creates an artistic display. Always treat large bubbles as a hydraulic trap custom designed for your water-soluble materials. Segment 27, The Mystery of the Missing Bolt, the Stop of the Page. This is a story of a micro-disruption. I call it The Mystery of the Missing Bolt. An entire crew is assembling a large steel structure, perhaps a main beam or a critical support column. They have been working all morning. The material has been lifted and perfectly aligned. There is only one final step, tightening the mast. A few bolts to secure the structure. The lead worker reaches into his tool pouch for a large bolt, a heavy F-36 bolt, as vital as the breath of the entire project. And the bolt is not there. The entire team stops. 6 experienced, adult men begin a desperate search on the ground, flipping over every pile, sifting through every pile of sand and mud. The entire structure, worth billions of dollars, comes to a halt because of one tiny. The scene shifts into comedy mode. One worker uses his bare hands to dig in a large puddle, another uses a small magnet towel to a string, hovering it over the ground like a treasure hunter. The manager stands with his arms crossed, his face showing the kind of helplessness that wishes it could turn into a river. After 10 minutes of frantic searching, the lead worker suddenly slaps his head and moves his arm. The bolt is resting neatly inside the head, where they had probably placed it earlier to free his hands. Commentary: never underestimate the ability of a small object to cause massive chain chaos. And remember to check the parts compartment inside your hard hat. Segment 28. Plank balancing units, or RBS. Moving on to a truly incredible, unseen display of personal skill. I call it the plank balancing dance. A worker needs to transport a
Tecnologia!
long, wide sheet of plywood
Tecnologia!
about 3 meters through a narrow, obstacle-filled hole. Instead of carrying it on his shoulder or asking someone to hold the other end, he decides on an optimal transport solution based on worker physics. He places the plank vertically on top of his head, using both hands to stabilize the position. Then, he begins walking, and incredibly, he completely lands. Go with both hands. He moves the plank across his head using only his neck and shoulder muscles to adjust the center of gravity, maintaining a perfect balance. He maneuvers past the cardboard buckets, navigates around a wheelbarrow, and even spins 90 degrees gracefully. It is a demonstration of body control and experience. However, at the end of the hallway, he gets too excited and distracted. He suddenly looks down to avoid a column. Instantly, the plank loses its balance. It crashes down, causing no injury except for a loud thud and creating a strong gust of wind that blows off. The papers off the manager's desk nearby. He can only shrug, admitting that pride defeated physics for a split second. Commentary, balancing skills are good, but remember, your head is designed to. Wear a hard hat, not to serve as a load-bearing platform for building materials. Segment 29, the ladder that ate the paint bucket, the hydraulic assassination. This is a classic example of a devastating chain reaction, which I call the ladder that ate the paint bucket. Two workers are working high up on a standard aluminum ladder. At the base of the ladder, they have carefully placed a full bucket of paint, a prominent white or blue color, and some small tools. Worker A on the ladder needs a screwdriver and asks worker B to hand it up. Worker B reaches for the tool and, in a moment of indignation, lightly drops the screwdriver.
Save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4. We've got millions of free shelf plates.
That slight impact is enough to create a small but fatal vibration. The ladder vibrates, and the ladder plate, placed too close, immediately kicks the side of the paint. The paint bucket tips over, creating a flowing river of color on the concrete floor. Best of all, worker B, the one who dropped the screwdriver, jumps out of the way and lands with both feet right in the middle of the paint. He ends up with perfectly painted. Moods and it represent the prospect of shooting up his face. Commentary: never place liquid materials that are easy to spill near objects that are prone to vibration. And remember, sometimes your greatest enemy is not a heavy material, but a tiny screwdriver. Segment 30, the unexpected sand surfer, the worker's free slide. We conclude this section with an improbable action sequence, which I call the unexpected sand surfer. A job site features a giant pile of sand or gravel dumped to form a high slope, equivalent to a small hill. A worker needs to quickly get down from the top of the pile to retrieve a tool. Instead of walking around or finding a safe path, he decides to slide down to save time. He places a sheet of plywood under his feet like a snowboard, and begins the descent. Initially, things go well. He slides down an odd spot, creating a wave of sand trailing behind him. He even attempts to strike a surfing pose. But at the final section of the slope, the speed increases beyond control. He loses his balance and the plank slides out from under his feet. He continues to roll down the slope, turning into a giant sand ball, covered in dust from head to toe. When he stops at the bottom of the pit, he is just a gray, coughing, shaking human-shaped blob, laughing. Commentary: large piles of construction materials and ski resorts. Always remember that saving 1 minute of walking can cost you 10 minutes of dusting off your chicken to make sure you are masterpiece. The legendary job site, where builders rewrite comedy history, Part 3. Welcome, esteemed viewers, to the legendary job site, where builders rewrite comedy history, Part 5. Welcome back, esteemed audience, to the continuing saga of construction theories. We have navigated the perils of simple tools. Liquid revenge. Now, we enter the domain of the Titans, heavy machinery. This section is a tribute to the hilarious consequences that arise when massive power meets momentary human distraction. Poor planet and the treacherous, invisible instability of the Earth itself. Segment 43, the excavator sneeze, the boom of miscalculation. We open with the king of the job site, the excavator. This machine is a marvel of hydraulic power and precise movement, until its operator collapses in jeopardy. I call this the excavator sneeze. Operating a mid-sized excavator. Attempting to lower the he has positioned the truck slightly too far away, requiring the boom to be fully extended. He scoops a large bucket load of wet soil. As he swings the load over the truck, he stops hydraulic resistance. However, he misreads the weight, the hydraulics, or perhaps he just swings too much. He attempts to stop the swing too abruptly. Instead of a smooth stop, the entire machine goes violently, causing the boom to snap back slightly and then the effect is that a giant, metal creature having an uncontrolled sneeze. The entire bucket load of wet soil, instead of landing neatly inside the dump truck bed, flies over the cab and splashes directly in the windshield and hood of the truck. The truck driver, who was leaning on the ground, instantly retracts his head, now trapped inside a vehicle with an opaque, mud-covered windscreen. The excavator operator finds himself bucketed, realizing he has effectively blinded his coworker. The truck driver's muffled curses from behind the glass are the perfect, indignant punchline. Commentary: heavy machinery amplifies exponentially. When a multi-ton machine makes a mistake, the result isn't a switch. It's a geological level splatter event. Always respect that. Or you risk blinding your transportation crew. Segment 44, the measuring tape's lies, the 6-inch mystery. This segment focuses on the workers who it's a silent, passive-aggressive a worker needs to have a series of identical steel studs for framing. He measures the first one. Carefully, marking the desired length, let's say 4 feet. He makes a perfect, clean cut. He then measures the gap where the stud should go. The gap is 4 feet and 6 inches. He stares at the cut. Stud again at the tape measure. He remeasures the stud. It is undeniably 4 feet. He remeasures the gap. It is definitively 6 inches. The tape measure itself, the video captures the worker's flow, delivered descent into madness. He checks the blueprint, mutters to himself, and finally, his eyes land on the starting point of his measurement. He discovers the tiny, insignificant oversight. He measured from the 6-inch line, not the 0 line, not to subtract the difference. He is left holding a perfectly cut, but now 6 inches short, piece of steel, with a face that screams, I have defeated every challenge on this side. That is simple. The first 6 inches of any project are the most dangerous. Always ensure your tape measure's hook is engaged, or you will be forced to confront the humbling truth that stressed brain. Segment 45. The trencher's secret, the self-collapsing ditch. We now turn our attention to the ground itself, which I call the trencher's secret. This highlights the unpredictable nature of soil stability. A worker is deep inside a narrow trench, laying pipe. He feels confident because the trench walls are shored up with temporary supports. His colleague is standing at the edge, handing tools down.
Careful!
However, the shoring wasn't perfect, where the soil has an unseen weakness, perhaps a pocket of sand or an forgotten root system. As the colleague on the edge shifts his weight to hand down a wrench, the weight transfer acts as a lethal trigger. The earth on the lip of the trench slips away violently, not causing a major cave-in, but creating a localized collapse. A significant amount of dirt, gravel, and large clods of earth tumbles directly down onto the worker's head and shoulders. He is very wet to his waist in the fresh dirt, looking up at his colleague with a wide-eyed, dirt-covered expression of disbelief. The colleague, having just unintentionally assaulted his friend with a shovel-load of earth, simply stares down, guilty and helpless. As the victim coughs dust. Commentary: never trust the earth. It is a fickle foundation, always ready to reclaim materials and people. The law of the job site states that any dirt on the edge of a trench will always wait for the most awkward moment to stage its dramatic descent. Segment 46, the Forklifts Ballad, the unplanned period. Next, a scene of the Forklifts Ballad. This involves a moment where a skilled operator forgets a basic principle. Stability. An experienced forklift operator is trying to quickly move a tall, wide pallet of lightweight, bulky items like insulation foam or empty cardboard boxes. He is driving too fast around the corner, as a center of gravity. Combined with the speed, causes a spectacular, with slow motion event. The forklift itself doesn't take, the entire stack of material slides off the forks. The tall stack of boxes executes a graceful pirouette in the air, spinning away from the machine. Boxes scatter across the job site in a chaotic, turning a neatly organized area into a yard sale. White foam and cardboard. The operator slides covers his face with his hand and sinks into the seat. He now faces them. Miserable task of reloading hundreds of empty boxes, one by one. Commentator: the forklift is a tool for strength, not speed. When driving heavy equipment, remember that inertia is the silent co-pilot. Never treat a pallet of unstable goods like a race car. Segment 47, the pylon's revenge, the unsecured handler. This segment addresses the foolishness of securing objects to life. I call it the pylon's revenge. A worker needs to hold a rope tall.
Am montat-o, băiețel. Am montat-o bine. Serios, uite-la. Uite-la.
Nearby. Pulls harder, leaning all his weight. The plastic pylon, having stored the tension, is not breaking. Instead, it suddenly slides forward on a smooth concrete floor. The worker, expecting resistance, loses his balance violently as the pylon approaches him at speed. He tumbles backwards, while the plastic pylon, now free from the restraining tension, snaps upright and smashes him. Head as he falls. The pylon rests innocently beside him, having exacted its small, plastic revenge, while the worker lies on the ground, questioning his life choices regarding inconvenience. Commentary: a brightly colored plastic cone is a warning sign, not a structural anchor. When you try to make a light object into a heavy object's drop, it will inevitably turn and smack you. The face. Segment 48, the levels betrayed, the spirit of the disaster. We conclude part 5 with the final measuring malfunction, the levels betrayed. This is the man who trusts his tool, his tool. A worker is setting a long, expensive piece of material.
The boss man says this morning, he says, hey, you think maybe you could go one day without...
Oh God. The tiny air bubble in the level shows. Oh God, he's so cool. The surface is perfectly plumb. He sighs with satisfaction, securing the material in place. Then, a colleague comes over, looks at the work, and casually turns the level 180 degrees off.